Hello, welcome to WRD Gaming, you sexy people, how are yous? Welcome back to Autopsy Simulator. This is part 2 of Autopsy Simulator. I believe we're about to finish chapter 1. We've done a couple of autopsies. There was a prologue one where we basically went through the tutorial, and then we did our first mission where we had a young woman that we had to do an autopsy on. There was some strange thing kept going on in the office. For example, the was it centrifuge, the thing that tests the blood. I think it's called that. It kept causing a break in the circuit, so we had to go fix it. And then some weird flashing lights and just jump scares.
I guess I should have brought my jacket to
And
work.
here we are back. This is basically at the end of the day.
It can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
Of course, if you've already watched the first part, then you've seen this. We've seen that wee bit there, but here we go. We're going to continue on. So we're going to go back to our apartment. Now, I don't think you can run in this game. I've already checked the controls. Seemingly you can't. Let's get back into our apartment. Is there anything here out of the blue? No. So, a meal. Let's take a look and see if there's anything in here.
Standard correspondence.
No, I've already heard this bit, mate. So I need to hear about it again. Should we take the lift? Should we be lazy? I think we should be lazy and take the lift. We could just take the stairs. We could take the stairs, but we're not going to. Are you gonna... There we go. So what apartment am I actually on? I have no idea. I just realized I don't actually know. Alright, well let's go up manually and do it. I don't think I'm on this one, am I? No, because it's obviously closed off. There's a pram. It's a bit weird. Okay, let's go up here. This isn't my apartment. I'll bet you I'm going to be the top floor, aren't I? I just got the lift all the way to the 4th floor. This looks more opened up. Is it down here? Is this my apartment?
What?
Oh, that's my apartment.
What? What the fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
Someone broke in. Some low-life piece of trash broke in. Unbelievable. Nothing safe these days. Nothing safe. Why would they break into his apartment? Like, it's not... I mean, he works as a coroner, I guess, or something along those lines. You think he'd live in a decent place. Okay, it's in hard times, but still. You're out one night, and then
Who the fuck did this?
they break in?
Didn't have anything valuable.
Alright.
Oh god. Oh god.
At least they left the pizza boxes.
What am I supposed to do now?
They didn't shit in my toilet, at least. Look at that. There's my car. Right, I guess we'll go and take a look in the trinket box. We're gonna make our way around the apartment to do that. Do we? Actually, we don't. I guess we just gotta walk over this shit. Yeah.
Fuck!
That's my bedroom. Look at that. That's just disgusting, that is. Can't even do your dishes. Let's check and make sure this is okay.
Great. That's all I need. Ooh, what if it was Red Pete?
Oh yeah, there's some guy out there called Red Pete who was being sent to prison, or was in prison, and their prison bus crashed, and he is thought to have escaped. We're not sure yet, and it seems like he was the cause of this guy's wife's death. So what happened? We don't really know what happened, do we? How are we supposed to find out what happened?
Where? I need my pills.
We gotta go take our pills
I can't
in the
keep my thoughts
bathroom.
together.
Here they are here. We'll take our pills.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to report this to the police. Christ. Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling Stephen.
Why are we calling Stephen and not the police? Alright, well, let's call Stephen. See what happens.
Stephen?
Now, Jack, I told you, I'm going along for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone see anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, no one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
Alright. Do you want me to head round? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
Alright. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Alright, so we're going to go to bed. What's this? Hang on, what's this? Who's controlling the TV?
What? Where to start?
Where to start is right. I guess we could start with
There you go.
chair,
To be honest,
pizza box.
I could leave it like this.
Get that back on the
I
wall.
understand why Alice liked this painting so much.
Get these pictures up.
Jack, why?
What?
Ugh, I think I'm just tired. I'm glad this didn't break. Shit. The glass in this thing needs to be replaced.
Alright, anything else in here we can do initially? I don't think so. Close the fridge at least, can we? Yeah, I don't think there's anything here in the kitchen.
Maybe I could barricade the door with this. I should pack this thing away.
That back up.
I have no interest in DIY at the moment. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these. That's enough for now. Ah, jeez, I'm exhausted. I'll get the rest in the morning.
It's looking a wee bit better, I suppose. Relatively. I just don't know where the story's heading here. Right, it's morning time. Are we going to fix the rest of the apartment up, or what are we going to do? We go right here and the thing's perfect.
Oh yeah, I should take my pills.
Hang on. The coffee, the table's fine. It was wrecked last night. Alright, let's go take our pills. Our apartment is completely fine. I think the pills are making them worse. What do you
It
think?
takes me forever to finish these things. That's enough. It will never look clean. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready. I'm gonna be late for work again.
Unless, of course, this is like some time has lapsed.
Got my keys, got my files. Check.
Let's go to the car.
Remember to close the door properly, Jack. I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious.
Alright, let's get in the lift.
I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
Hopefully. Going to work.
Huh?
This isn't the ground floor. What's this about now? This is our apartment. Why has this happened? Right, I guess we'll go down the stairs this time. It's just someone's doing hopscotch. Not hopscotch in it? I think it is. Right, here we go. Going to work. See what other weird things happen. Get your car and leave for work. That's exactly what we're gonna do. You can see my apartment from up here. It must be that one or something. Here we go.
Maybe a bit optimistic. I'd better grab a coffee on the way.
Well, I'm having fun with this game. What about you guys? Hope you're having fun watching it. If you are watching it, thank you very much. Just don't know what the don't know where it's heading. I don't know where it's going. Check something. I'm just making sure my light behind me here, the wee projector light that's causing all this stuff here,
Exhausted.
isn't making too much noise. You'll pick it up. I guess we'll hear it back when it's finished.
Brought in today.
Yeah, let's go take a look at our day's work. Or our night's work. Close the door.
Good morning, Mr. Ridley.
Oh, he's not there.
He's not here yet? No, I'll deal with Adam.
There's Red Pete there, look. There he is. Was it up before? I don't know if that was up before.
Pete. Oh, come on. He was too lazy to even wheel the gurney to the autopsy room.
Gotta push this thing to the autopsy. What? What was that? Did you see that? It's an apparition in that room.
Almost there. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved.
Here we go.
Where's Ridley when you need him? Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work.
I just get the apron on. Again. And my special
I'm going
gloves.
to need my tape recorder for this.
Lying on the desk. There it is.
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m. Led by Dr. Jack Hanman.
Let's take a look at the police file.
Verifying the identity of the Jane Doe. It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35, found in a well-owned house by her neighbors Leonard and Dorothy Chelsea, reported missing for a week. Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted strange.
Nasty.
And at one point, had begun to smell and turn a dark color. Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around. The last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner.
So find.
Harper's last message read as follows. I'm gonna take a shit in their stupid well. Then we'll see who has the last laugh. Nice one.
Well, if he took a shit in a
It is
well.
also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective bipolar disorder. Harper was placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was under the care of her common law partner, Richard Benson, professional truck driver.
Okay.
I perceive the most important task in forensic identification of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water.
That's on Zipper. Ooh, oh, Jesus.
That could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as not to damage the skin. The deceased was found fully clothed. One shoe is missing. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks.
Look at the camera out. Now we know what to do. We need to take a basically.
Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale.
That's that one done. Let's go and take a look at the marks that may be on her. Zoom in. Should be
Post-mortem
enough.
markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased.
Zoom in on her face.
There
Definitely
are bruises
bloated.
and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater.
Oh, here, what the hell? Why?
It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out.
Zoom in on her foot. Oh, it's like you've been in the bath for about 17
So,
hours.
washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time.
A long time. A very long time. Almost too long a time. What's this now?
The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove.
Right, okay. And what's the last bit? Ah, these here marks on her shoulder.
There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
Right, that's them all. Now we will just go and put it all, I guess, on the board over here.
So,
There we go.
after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this.
I get the old magnifying glass out.
Today's date, the deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay, you can be sure it has subsided.
Inspect the areas of concern. Get our magnifying glass out to do that.
Where to start? We see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a characteristic in deaths due to drowning.
Now, what's
There
this
are
mark?
obvious scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands. These could be defensive wounds, evidence of some sort of altercation prior to death.
Did she have a fight before she died? This one on
The
her
spots
side.
have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism.
Right. Well, hey, ho, hey, ho, ho. Let's not go
Yep,
there.
pretty
Let's not go
typical.
there.
Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins.
Of course, her hand. And then her foot, I imagine.
No obvious signs of struggle. The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh.
Nice.
The fingers have already lost their nails.
And then her foot.
Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the
Yeah.
time, her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still notice a clear, wavy skin and the
That's just
so-called
nasty.
washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate a direction for further examination.
Right, well, let's get our clipboard out.
I'd better note that down in the records. Marks found on
So-
the neck and foaming at the mouth are typical signs of drowning people. Those
Shoulder
abrasions
mark?
appear relatively fresh. No healing or scarring is visible. Hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water. Typical washerwoman skin.
Hey, this game's set in 1991, I just realized.
Diffuse spots are caused by blood rotting in the veins. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this livor mortis.
And then her foot.
Considering the deceased's penchant for drinking alcohol, it could have been a mere accident.
Right, so
In this case, the question is, was drowning an accident or of suicidal intent?
exactly.
Maybe it's just an abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well.
You never know.
Fortunately, the skin on the hands didn't fall off. Otherwise, I'd have trouble identifying the deceased. Livor mortis of a different color could indicate poisoning with carbon monoxide, cyanides, or nitrates. However, this is not the case here. Their distribution suggests that the victim was probably lying on her back when fished out of the water.
Nice.
A simple trip, loss of balance, and as a result, you end up in a deep hole with no way out. That's all for now.
Right, let's get started
Before
with
I
this.
begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct.
How do we do that? How do we do that? I actually don't know.
The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere.
Ah, we need to get a fingerprint equipment to do this. Right. There it is.
Oh, here it is. The fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible.
Okay. Then we're gonna need
If the body
the
of the
brush.
deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is similar to that of a living person.
Get some of this
With
stuff.
decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads of the fingers tends to shrink. To remove these shrinkages, a mixture of glycerin or air is used.
Nice. Is that it for now? Yes, it is. So let's get back to the autopsy. So we gotta go back around this side because you should always stand on one side of the body, apparently.
I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in the police database, I will find her.
Okay, so
Glycerin
we're going
is
to.
injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
Let's get it in there. Get it in you. There we go, and you see the fingerprint starting to come out, of course. Nice.
Now I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink. I think it's enough.
I think so.
I'm getting fingerprint sample. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print.
Nice. So let's
I'll
leave the
use
corpse.
fax machine to add the print into the system.
Right, so I gotta get the print from this side. Now, where's the fax machine? There it is there.
Green button and
Voila!
once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against the police database on the computer.
Using the police database.
Great. The data is there. Click upload.
Let's see, here it is. Make sure it's actually who we think it is.
Now, go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun.
That's one.
One more.
Is this it?
Okay. Let's check for matches.
Let's see if it matches up with anybody. No match. Okay.
This is not our Jane Doe. I wish there was a... One more.
One more.
Analyze button.
See if this is it.
And
There we
we
go.
have a result. Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record.
So here is it. Let's make sure we know who it is.
So,
There she
as
is.
predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records.
A lot of shit to print through in our life. Where's the printer? Oh, right here? Okay.
Great. Now we can go back to my inspection.
Alright, let's go back to the inspection.
I'm adding the name of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain.
Oh,
A needle
good.
inserted through the nose will do the trick.
Oh, Jesus, no way. Right.
If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life.
With-
And then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water like a well, got into the body.
You would think so. Here we go. So, brain examination. Are we going to... I believe so. We'll have to, aren't we?
In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples taken from the well where police found the body.
Alright, well, let's try this.
Now
That
I need
one
to
is the colour
adjust
head
the
open.
knobs properly and place the diatom in the center of the slide. The aperture. Oh, the aperture still need. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not. And perfect. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae.
Where am I going to here?
It's not a dirty lens, and perfect. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae.
What am I supposed to do? Just... Unless you're just looking around here, seeing what I can see. Aren't I? I go down this way. Honestly, I don't know what. What am I supposed to do here? I mean, is this not enough? I'll go back up again.
Nah. Oh. I'm finally starting to see the aperture still needs adjustment. Oh. I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty and perfect. It's not a dirty lens, and perfect.
Imperfect.
I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these.
I don't know what he wants me to do here. Am I supposed to click on anything? Interesting. Okay, so let's take a wee look here. So that's about 50%. And that's about 50%. Now, apparently it's meant to look different than the rest. This all looks the same to me. Does it all look the same to you? Oh, what's that? Looks a little bit different.
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution.
There you go.
Their upper part, epitheca, which overlaps the
Right
lower
time.
hypotheca, is clearly visible.
What was that?
The presence of diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious.
Interesting.
Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis. I can finally get to the practical part.
Get the scalpel out. So here we go.
I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
Ah, nasty. Just pops all open. Right. Let's take the skin. Oh man.
I see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested. I proceed to remove the rib cage.
Of course we do.
It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms.
Alright, let's take
Diatoms
this.
were only present in the lungs. This would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way.
Let's take this. Take a little bit of liquid from it. We're gonna do the same thing again.
Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to their examination. Taking the lungs in my hand, I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity,
What's
which
this?
is the result of water emphysema. In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice...
Ah, where the ribs would be.
The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning.
So, lung tissue lacking elasticity with advanced emphysema.
Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology.
Gonna get a bucket?
And water.
Right, where's the storage room? What's going on down here? I saw some. What was that? Storage room's in here.
Who has anyone been here?
Maybe it's a light on.
I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this.
Let's go to the laboratory, which is just up here. It's the bathroom. Lab's in here.
Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide.
In the sink.
The water should be at room temperature. That's enough.
Let's take this with us.
To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here.
I have to go get them? Okay. I thought I was going to take the bucket of water to the lungs, but we're taking the lungs to the bucket of water. What? What? What the fuck? Oh. It's a wee bit spooky.
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws.
Why is he so calm?
Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gases released during decomposition could also give a false result.
Why is he so calm about all this? I'd be out the door. I'd burn the place down. It's haunted, obviously.
In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface.
Right, well, let's do that. Put the lungs in the water. Like we're popping spuds into a saucepan.
Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily.
Right, let's take them back to dissect them.
Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed.
Alright, Luffy, just stay there.
I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased.
Alright, let's do this.
You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through.
Nice. Let's get back down to this one.
The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface.
What does that mean?
All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope.
Oh Christ, this
If we
again?
find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations.
Right, let's do this again then.
Let's see. Although I expect we'll find them easily. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. And perfect. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this
We're
distance.
doing the same thing.
Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae.
Yes, we are. They are.
As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them.
Quite a lot.
There will definitely be more than 20 of them.
Well, that was slightly easier this time, wasn't it?
I'll make a note of all this.
Right, return to the autopsy.
So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection.
So let's begin a thorough analysis by examining the organ. So, what's this?
Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis of the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease.
Okay. Heart without signs of disease, strongly developed putrefactive hemolysis resulted from drowning.
I move on to the next organ. This time, it's the liver.
Let's take you out. Oh, we got damage
It's
there.
immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself. Like most organs, her liver is enlarged and severely congested. The beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas.
You don't want that in your life, really.
I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect.
Alright, let's go. And once again, we gotta cut it up here and then bring it all the way down here.
The cross-section
There we go.
clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci.
What does it mean?
I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years.
So our liver was fucked.
I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing.
Right, then we gotta take our syringe, I guess, and use it.
It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged.
Oh my god, it is
full
enlarged.
of putrid gases. I transfer it to the board and carefully open it. checking the contents.
Let's go dissect the stomach. Oh Christ, here we go. Right, so I gotta make sure I've got plenty of room to do this with my mouse.
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this desk smells.
Come on now. And then just down here. And we move it over. There we go.
The stomach is full of fluid and unidentified organic matter, which is probably leftover food.
Nice.
So let's check the diatoms. Again.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Centrifuge for a change.
Oh, good.
The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed to the death. Cramp, heart attack, drugs, homicide, or some accident. Such an analysis requires viewing from different angles and a careful interpretation of the collected data, including those from the field. That's why it's so important to collect as many samples as possible. Unfortunately.
Right, well, we'll go to the office to get our book. It gives us the settings. Nothing in there. What's on my desk tonight? Nothing really.
Definitely pay me too little for this.
Right, let's go take a look at the centrifuge and see what the settings are to test this stuff. At least we're not doing the microscope again, that was just a bit annoying. But the second time was easier, to be fair.
Okay, this is one last little sample. Now set.
Let's take a look at our notes. Both dials will start mixing, so what's the next page? Budgets, no thanks. Diatoms 35 minutes. Speed 25%. Okay. Okay. So 35 and that's it, isn't it? Is that it? Is it gonna cut the power out? Is it gonna cut the power? Has a habit of cutting the power. Alright, let's take it out.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police.
Alright, what the hell is that
I'm
thing?
certain the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well.
Oh, gotta go into the laboratory and do this. What is going on? Right, let's put it in here.
Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine.
So F, and we'll get 3 millimeters. There we go. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. That'll do me. What am I doing here? What the hell am I doing?
Okay.
I'm an
now it's
idiot.
the chromatograph's turn.
So let's put this in here. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police. Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case.
What the hell was that? Oh, it's just a boat. It's just step ladders. Is he in there? He's in there. There he is. Sleeping away. Please return the key to the basement. No, I'm not taking the key back. Let's go return to the autopsy. So what next?
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah. There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency of the deceased. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection.
Okay, let's go over here and cut it open, see what there is. A metal tray.
I dissect the trachea and open the organ.
Nice.
Inside,
Oh, there's a ring.
I find a wedding ring. This is interesting.
This is interesting.
Let me look at it. Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring. Quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside.
13th of the 9th, 1980.
What the fuck? But this is my ring.
What?
Alice's ring. But how did it, but this should be at home. I have it. At home.
Let's go take our
I
pills.
have to check this out. Where are my meds? Where the fuck are my meds?
Are they in here?
Huh?
What? Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck? I take these meds.
Jesus Christ!
He's losing his mind.
Please don't make it go away.
I might have washed my hands, like.
I have to check the apartment. It can't be. Jesus Christ!
Really, I'm just gonna leave. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the body there.
Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
It's all
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning? Anybody suspicious?
No, there was no one. Dorothy was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay. Thanks.
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise.
just gonna leave her there. You gonna drive in this condition as well?
Christ!
I'm gonna crash the car at this rate.
I have to check this out.
Interesting. Where's this going? He's just mad, isn't he? He's just lost his mind.
This can't be real.
You wouldn't think so.
Where is it? Where?
Must be in the trinket box. Surely.
Please. It's not here. It's not. I need to go.
Where the hell is it? Let's call Steven.
This is sick. Fuck. Come on, Steven. Pick up the fucking phone.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What? What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know that. I don't know. I was jittering. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I found it in the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know what's going on. You think Red Pete wants revenge? He's playing with me. Huh? I knew it.
Where are they all
I
going?
knew it from the beginning this was going to happen. I didn't make it up.
Jack, listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment.
Where's all the trinkets
Be with
going?
you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? How? And when? When the fuck? Fucking Ridley lets in whoever he likes as usual. What are you saying? Steve? Steven? Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck.
Now they're all back in it. What the fuck's going on?
God, what now? Okay,
Let's go get myself a drink.
calm down. Just calm down. I need a drink. Jesus. What's going on?
Gonna drown his sorrows.
Just one sip more.
He drew the pictures.
Jesus.
Is he gonna pass out?
Just one sip more.
He's gonna take the box, is he? Or the box, the bottle? No, he's gonna pass out. Chapter 3.
All right. I can't do it anymore. These reports will kill me one day. I'll have to finish it over the weekend. It's time to go to work. I should take out the trash first. Jesus. Fuck. Maybe I'll just ignore it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we will ignore it because that will be the end. Let's go to main menu. Yes, take me out of here. That'll be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you liked it. It's very interesting, this game, isn't it? I mean, where's it going? It's got horror elements, but it's very psychological. I'm guessing it's all in his head. But what's going on? Is he just completely mad? How things are disappearing and coming back, you know? It's weird. Anyway, hopefully you liked this video. Please give it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of more videos such as this one and others. Please check out my playlists to be notified. Well, not notified, but to go and see the other videos and games that were on my channel. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.